Hey kids, it's July 19th, Sunday. I'm sitting in a cafe near your grandparents' house. It has become my usual place whenever we visit. I'm not sure they have the best coffee, but they may have the worst internet connection in Istanbul. The place is not exactly dirty, but there are many street cats and dogs wandering around, so it is slightly hairy. Still, it is comfortable. I can sit here, get a few things done, smoke my pipe peacefully, and occasionally even manage to work, assuming the internet cooperates. Today I was thinking about some of the important ideas we've already discussed. Self-awareness, self-respect, principles, relationships, leadership, confidence, the things we control and the things we don't. Then I started wondering, what are the underlying qualities that make all of those things possible? What is one of their common foundations? And I kept returning to the same answer: trust. Trust supports healthy relationships. It supports confidence. It supports cooperation, friendship, negotiation, leadership, marriage, parenting, and almost everything else we do with other human beings. I would even say that trust is the most valuable currency in the world. Not only a human currency, the ultimate currency. Let me make the idea more tangible. Imagine that tomorrow morning, everyone on Earth wakes up with exactly the same amount of money. Perhaps everyone has nothing. Perhaps everyone receives the same small amount. Rich or poor, old or young, everybody begins from zero. What do you think would happen? Over time, some people would probably rebuild successful lives. Not because they secretly kept their old money, but because they still possess other valuable things: knowledge, skills, experience, discipline, relationships, reputation, and most importantly, the trust of other people. Someone may say, "I have worked with her before. She keeps her promises." Another may say, "He made mistakes, but he was always honest about them." Someone else may think, "I would invest in this person. I would hire her. I would introduce him to someone important. I would give them another opportunity." When people trust you, doors open. They are willing to take risks with you. They share information. They recommend you. They cooperate with you. They allow you into their homes, organizations, projects, and lives. This does not only help you earn money. Money is probably the least meaningful part of it. Trust allows you to build friendship, love, family, community. It gives you a place in other people's lives. That is enormously valuable. There is a saying, "Trust is earned in drops and lost in buckets." I understand the point. Trust often takes a long time to build, and one serious betrayal can destroy years of it. One affair, one act of fraud, one cruel lie, one promise broken at the moment it mattered most. A single act can reveal something that changes how another person sees you forever. But trust does not always disappear in one dramatic moment. Sometimes it leaks away slowly. And that may be even more dangerous because it is harder to notice. You say you will arrive at a certain time, but you don't. You promise to call, then forget. You borrow something and don't return it. You hide a small mistake. You blame someone else. You tell a supposedly harmless lie because the truth would be inconvenient. None of these moments appears enormous. You may think, "It was only one time. No real damage was done. They probably didn't notice." But perhaps they did. And each small moment removes another drop. The problem is that people do not carry visible trust buckets. You cannot look inside and see, "This person has only 20% of their trust left in me." You may believe everything is fine. Then one day, you ask for support, responsibility, forgiveness, or another opportunity. And the answer is no. Not because of one final event, because the bucket had already become empty. Trust is also a little like a bridge. When people build a real bridge, they spend months or years creating foundations. They place beams, pour concrete, check measurements, inspect materials, tighten bolts. Nobody sensible complains that this work takes too long. We understand that a bridge must carry weight. Shortcuts may not matter while the bridge is empty, but one day, when enough pressure arrives, those shortcuts can become deadly. Human trust is similar. Every promise you keep becomes another bolt. Every honest conversation becomes another beam. Every time you admit a mistake, you strengthen the structure. Every time you behave consistently, the foundation becomes deeper. And every lie removes something. Every betrayal weakens the bridge. Every broken promise creates a crack. The dangerous part is that a weakened bridge does not always collapse immediately. It may continue standing for a long time. People may continue speaking to you, working with you, living with you, smiling at you, but the structure underneath may already be damaged. Then one final pressure arrives and the whole thing collapses. That is why trust must be maintained. You cannot build it once and assume it will last forever. Relationships need repeated evidence. The Stoics understood the importance of character very well. Your character is not built by what you claim to be. It is built by what you repeatedly do. You can say, "I am honest. I am reliable. I am generous. I am courageous." But eventually, people stop listening to the description. They look at the pattern. Do you tell the truth when the truth costs you something? Do you keep your promises when keeping them becomes inconvenient? Do you admit your mistakes before someone discovers them? Do you give other people credit? Do you behave the same way when nobody important is watching? Your repeated behavior becomes your visible character. And other people begin predicting your future actions from what you have done in the past. That prediction is trust, or the absence of it. This matters in every role you may ever have. As a friend, a partner, a parent, a colleague, a leader. People do not truly follow titles. A title may give you authority. It may force people to listen temporarily, but it cannot make them trust you. People willingly follow those they believe are competent, honest, fair, and dependable. The same is true in parenthood. I can tell you what to do because I am your father, but that does not automatically mean you will trust my judgment forever. I have to earn that. You need to see that I try to be fair, that I listen, that I admit when I am wrong, that I don't use your private feelings against you later. That when I promise something, I make a serious effort to keep that promise. Trust is not built through grand speeches. It is built in ordinary moments. Doing what you said you would do, arriving when you promised, returning what you borrowed, telling the truth when lying would be easier, defending someone who is not in the room, keeping private information private, giving credit rather than stealing it, apologizing without immediately offering excuses, being the same person whether someone is watching or not. Those moments may seem insignificant, but they accumulate. Just like the small habits we have discussed before, your habits gradually become your character, and your character becomes your reputation. There is also another side to trust that is equally important. Being trustworthy does not mean you must trust everyone blindly. Those are two different things. I want you to be open-hearted, but I don't want you to be naive. Trust should be generous, but it should also pay attention to evidence. Give people opportunities. Allow them to show who they are. Don't assume everyone is dishonest, but don't repeatedly ignore what their actions are telling you either. Someone may say all the right words, but do their actions match? Do they behave consistently? Do they respect boundaries? Do they accept responsibility? How do they treat people from whom they need nothing? A useful principle is trust, but verify. That does not mean becoming suspicious of everyone. It means combining hope with awareness. The Stoics often reminded themselves that people might sometimes behave selfishly, dishonestly, or unkindly. Not so they could become bitter, but so they would not be shocked whenever human beings behaved imperfectly. Expect good intentions when reasonable, but pay attention to patterns. Forgive mistakes where you can, but understand that forgiveness and trust are not exactly the same thing. You may forgive someone because you do not want to carry anger, but rebuilding trust may still require time, evidence, changed behavior, and clear boundaries. Someone who damaged a bridge cannot simply say, "Sorry," and expect heavy traffic to begin crossing it immediately. The apology matters, but the structure must also be repaired. There is one final form of trust that may be the most important of all: trust in yourself. The greatest beneficiary of being trustworthy is not only the people around you, it is you. Every time your actions match your values, your self-respect grows. Every time you keep a difficult promise to yourself, you become more confident that you can rely on your own character. You tell yourself you will exercise, and you do. You promise yourself you will tell the truth, and you do. You decide you will apologize, even though it is uncomfortable, and you do. Gradually, you stop wondering, "Will I do the right thing when it becomes difficult?" You have evidence. You have practiced it hundreds of times. You know you may still make mistakes, but you also know you can return, take responsibility, and repair them. That creates an enormous amount of peace. Because when you cannot trust yourself, life feels unstable even when everything around you appears secure. You may have money, status, and comfort, but somewhere inside, you know you cannot rely on your own decisions. On the other hand, when you trust your character, something inside you remains stable even when the outside world becomes uncertain. You know, I may not control what happens next, but I trust myself to respond. We have spoken about a similar kind of confidence before, not certainty that everything will go your way. Confidence that you can behave according to your values, whatever happens. So please don't spend your lives chasing admiration. Don't focus too much on popularity. Appearances can be manufactured. Talent can impress people. Money can buy access. Power can make people obey. But trust makes people willingly walk beside you. That is much more valuable. Build it carefully. One promise, one honest conversation, one responsible action, one ordinary day at a time. Remember, your words introduce you, your actions define you, and your consistency determines whether people trust you. Once people know they can rely on you, they offer you something money can never truly purchase. A place in their lives, their confidence, their vulnerability, their friendship, sometimes even their love. Protect that gift and become someone you can trust too. And do not ever forget, I love you both very, very much.